And we're live. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. I am going to try and mute. I muted it before it started. You know, it used to be you could set the mute before the video would even start, but now it's like you have to jump in like right before it starts to hit the mute button. And I don't know why that is. It's really annoying. Hello, Comics Exposed. Sounds like you've been here for a few minutes waiting for me. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Hey, Kevin Chan. Hey, Michael Pernesti. I know there's a couple of streams, high-volume streams. Kevin Arkita's on right now, and Geeks and Gamers. And you have chosen to come here and hang out with me. God only knows why. So for those who were watching me work on this, here, this is done. You get to see it before Critias does. What do you think? What do you think? Do you like it? Do you like it? The potato cam not really showing off the... Not showing off the details, I guess. Whatever. All right, I scanned it and I haven't finished it up yet. So, what sweet nectar am I imbibing this fine evening? Tonight is brought to you by Guinness Draft Stout, a small bottle of Guinness Draft Stout, 11.2 fluid ounces. I will probably have a couple of these tonight. Don't worry, Mike. I have no idea why I'm here. Me either. You have chosen poorly. Chosen what? Chosen what? I take priority. Well, thank you. I do thank you. You know who introduced me to Guinness? Ed McGuinness. I always thought that it looked... I really hate hoppy beers. And it seemed like something... Just looking at it, I thought, man, that's going to be like super, super hoppy. And I was like, no, man, it's smooth. It's great. You got to try it. And so he twisted my arm, and I tried my first Guinness, and I quite enjoy it. So, and I've tried a few other stouts that I really like too. There's a chocolate stout that, I don't even remember where I got it, but it was so delicious. Martyr Media. No. All right, let's see. I'm just going to hit some sort of random stories here, kind of one at a time. I haven't even read this yet, but there's a couple of groups I'm on Facebook, and they always post some interesting articles. So let's jump in. This may get political. Warning. This may get political. You have been warned. All right, let's see here. Who's the boss? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, also known as Occasional Cortex, upstages Pelosi, warns moderate Dems vote left or be put on list for defeat in 2020. I actually think that's the opposite of what's going to... Opposite? What am I, from Brooklyn all of a sudden? Yeah, it's the opposite. Wait, would that be Brooklyn? I don't know. I've become a Heineken guy because of my dad. I like Heineken too, actually. General Devereaux, you got to go bad. Now you got to chill with me. Hey, man, nobody is forced to be here, but if you're going to be here, why don't you hit that share button, hit that like button too while you're at it. Get those, what do you call it? What do I call those things? With the things and the stuff and the, never mind. Anyways, algorithm, that's the word. You're 2 hours late for work. What? All right. Freshman Representative Alexandria Occasional Cortex threatened moderate House Democrats while she put them on a list to be targeted and to not vote with the socialist majority of the Democrat caucus. Occasional Cortex made the threat during a contentious meeting of House Socialists led by Speaker Nancy Pelosi after Republicans maneuvered to get pro to get a pro-ICE amendment passed with help from moderate Democrats. Can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to get a pro-border enforcement amendment passed with the help of Democrats? Never, never. I mean, unless we're talking about Democrats from, 3 years ago. That is prior to Donald Trump being elected. Pelosi offered to help Democrats with tough votes, but occasional Cortex upstaged Pelosi, threatening to run the moderates out of office. Moderates? Like there are any moderates in the Democratic Party. No, there may be a handful of people who aren't insane communists. But them moderates. I am sorry. The controversial amendment requires ICE to be notified when an illegal alien tries to buy a gun. What? The Democrats won't even notify ICE if an illegal alien tries to buy a... What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? The amendment passed with the support of 26 Democrats. Wow, there are 26 Democrats who aren't absolutely insane? Well, isn't that just hope for our country right there? Among Democrats, with a frustrated Pelosi calling out the moderates, but extending a hand to help with the votes. Wait, is this Pelosi? And later, when one lawmaker talked about the peril of persistently voting with party leaders, I don't think this is Pelosi. Oh yeah, it was. I don't know. Wait, who is she quoting? This is a quote within a quote. What is happening here? Okay, later when lawmakers talked about the peril of persistently voting with party leaders on the motion, Pelosi responded to the party stood up to help team players. We have a massive MASH operation, and frankly, mein Herr, it should be there for those of us who have the courage to take the vote. Occasional Cortex, however, threatened to run the moderates out of office. But occasional Cortex, Democrat of New York, the unquestioned media superstar of the freshman class, upped the ante, admonishing the moderates and indicating that she would help liberal activists unseat those are communists, by the way, unseat them in 2020 election. Corbin Trent, a spokesman for Occasional Cortex, said she told her colleagues that Democrats who side with Republicans are putting themselves on a list. Communists and their lists. I've been listening to the Gulag Archipelago again. It is mind-numbingly depressing. But yes, communists and their lists. Always with the lists. But, hey, lists are one of the habits of highly successful people and communists. She said that when activists asked her why she had to vote for a gun safety bill, so that also further empowers an agency that forcibly injects kids with psychotropic drugs. They're going to want a list of names, and she's going to give it to them, Trent said, referring to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Yeah, the list of names will be public. It's not like she's going to cobble together a list. It's like who supports and who doesn't. It's called a vote. Occasional Cortex retweeted an excerpt from a recent interview for a Rolling Stone cover story in which she explained her motive for attacking moderate Democrats who sometimes vote with Republicans. Occasional Cortex says, I am tired of people saying I'm going to vote the same way as bigots, but I don't share the ideology of the bigots. Well, you share the action... Oh. Well, you share the action and the agenda of bigots. We need to hold that accountable. That's a terrible occasional. Oh my gosh, that is like the worst picture of her I think I've ever seen. It's on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. What? Oh no, Geeks and Gamers guy loves Obama. That's terrible. So here's the Rolling Stone magazine features 4 Democrats shaping the future. Not an ounce of trying to be neutral. It's just straight up left-wing propaganda. Mike thinks he's Geeks and Gamers. No, why do you say that, Headrock? Why do you say that? Just because I'm pushing back on reporters calling women unlikable doesn't mean that I like their outlet. Itself is fake. There's a huge difference between checking a narrative and checking an actual institution. I don't hate anybody, but I really just dislike this person. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't like my voices. Pardon me. I'm tired of people. My throat. I do apologize. It must be the voices, Headrock. Guinness. Wouldn't you rather have know what the right thing is behind closed doors versus those people speaking up and losing their seats to people who are truly in agreement with Trump? The problem is if they vote the same way, what does it matter? I don't care what's in your heart if how you are voting is the same as someone who is actually racist. I'm so tired of that argument. I'm really, 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 really tired of it. All right. Let me stop sharing this.